Welcome back to my channel, In-Flight Music. If you're new here, my name is Ian, and today we're continuing my MIDI plugin series with EZKeys. EZKeys is a product from TuneTrack. They actually have EZKeys, EZDrummer, and also EZBass, which is their newest one. I'll definitely be covering EZBass here within the next week or so, and hopefully EZDrummer in the near future. But in my last tutorial, I went over Chords and the MIDI capabilities in there. I'll leave a link to that video down below as well. But now I want to show you guys a trick that I actually learned from MG the Future. Shout out to MG, where basically he took the information from Chords and imported that into EZKeys, and from there he used EZKeys to further manipulate the chords to come up with some amazing sounding melodies, or chord progressions I should say, but the chord progressions came out very melodic. So let's go ahead and do this exact trick. So I'm going to hit Alt and click on EZKeys. In FL Studio, that allows you to bring up both windows if you're trying to open multiple windows at the same time. And then I showed you that Chords allows you to drag and drop your MIDI information. This is just the same MIDI information from the last tutorial. And really this is about as far as I'm willing to go with Chords in terms of being comfortable with manipulating the MIDI information. But now when we drag this over into EZKeys, it'll ask you if you want to humanize the MIDI. And it says it gives statically played MIDI a human touch. Let's go ahead and leave that selected and import. I don't think we'll hear much of a difference. Let's listen to our original MIDI with Chords first. All right, so now we have our MIDI information inside of EZKeys. But from there, here's where the magic happens. Click on Use Browser MIDI. And when you get EZKeys, it'll come with these MIDI libraries, EZKeys MIDI and Music Theory examples, but you could get these additional add-on packs as well. I'll get into that in a second, but let's go ahead with the stock libraries that you would get with your EZKeys. Let's just go to something random. So they have 3 different projects here, and then you could choose between the intro, verse, chorus, bridge, so on and so forth. Let's go with this first project. It was recorded at 108 BPM, but that won't matter for us because it's just MIDI. So let's actually go into the chorus, and we have 4 different variations. So there's a ton of MIDI information here for you guys. I just clicked out of that on accident. Let's see if we go back. And let's check out some of these variations. And you can see that the MIDI just changed on the screen here inside of EZKeys. So this is what it sounds like. Just a lot more spice, a lot more flavor than this whole thing. And I just did something on accident there. So, okay, that might be something that I might use in the future. Especially with some level matching and then layering. But I accidentally played EZKeys and Chords at the same time, and that created a very interesting effect that I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. I'm definitely going to use that in the future. So I think you guys just saw some accidental sauce right there. But point being, EZKeys just took this information and made it a lot more flavorful. Let's go ahead and turn off EZKeys just to remind you what Chords sounded like. And now just a totally different, not a totally different vibe, but definitely more flavor within that vibe. And then combining them, this is so interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that in the future. That's crazy. Like I said, especially if you layer that with a different sound, which is what we have here. We have 2 different sounds layered, but they're very similar in sound. But this is a good time to mention that I do go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and that's only on my live channel. So if you're not subscribed to In-Flight Music Live here on YouTube, do that. Link is in the description below. I'm definitely going to be exploring this exact concept in one of my lives, either this week or next week. But yeah, let's just go through some of these other variations. And once again, that's with Captain Chords playing at the same time. Let me go ahead and turn that down and listen to what this is without. Let's go to some soul and R&B. Look how complicated that just got. That's so crazy. I would never be able to come up with that on my own, and two, even with the help of Captain Chords, I wouldn't be able to come up with this. Yeah, there's no way. And what's really cool about that, it's the same chord progression. So if we turn Captain Chords back on, this is gonna sync up just fine. That is sick. And like I said, just go in and layer and level match, or not level match, but go in and level the different sounds and you'll get, you know, a nice balance between the two chords, I think. But yeah, I could just go through these all day and never get tired. But something that I'm getting heavy into right now is sync licensing. So I have some of these extra MIDI add-on packs that are very genre specific. So synth pop, for example, if I go into these chords here, once again, plenty of songs to choose from, and then all of the different sections that you can go into. Let's go into the verse here. Just so much groove, so much rhythm. And like I said, you have groove and rhythm options inside of Captain Chords with timing and rhythm. But really, the secret sauce is letting Captain Chords help you come up with a good chord progression. Maybe use the different progressions that they have in here that are really good starting points, which are based off of the key and scale that you're in. And then go and drag that MIDI information into EZKeys and let the browse MIDI function adjust the information that you got from Captain Chords. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, well, why don't you just do everything inside of EZKeys? And I suggest you do that as well. Now you can go in and click, you can actually change the chords here. But you'll see that this is very limited compared to what you can do inside of Captain Chords in terms of coming up with an initial chord progression. You almost have to already know music theory to use this before you come up with a chord progression that's going to make sense to you. And then you would use the browser MIDI here. So that's why Captain Chords is so powerful, because it takes care of that for you, because it'll come up with the chord progressions for you. It'll come up with good rhythms, good timings. And then you could take all of that to the next level with the different articulations and variations with EZKeys. This was one of the coolest tricks that I've ever seen on anyone's YouTube channel. So once again, shout out to MG the Future. If you're not familiar with who he is, definitely check out his YouTube channel. It's spelled exactly how it sounds, MG the Future. He does tutorials inside of almost every DAW, and he goes live all the time. So definitely check him out. And once again, speaking of live, I have a live channel where I will be going over all of this and even more in-depth detail, youtube.com/inflightmusiclive. And for those of you who are on Twitch, I'm also on Twitch as well. Link is in the description. Comment down below if you have any questions, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.